And I'll say something, you know, this axe, this Leviathan axe.
There it is.
That's rad.
So cool.
Just throwing it back and forth.
And it just recalling it, you can look at that, tripping enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to PlayStation Underground. We got something real special lined up for you today. Myself, Sid Schumann, Justin Massengill, and Kristen Titus are going to walk you through some new footage from God of War, launching on PS4 April 20th. Boy. And my goodness gracious, does this game look sensational. What do you guys think?
Wow, that looks very good.
Now, Justin, you have not played it. Kristen,
I'm coming totally fresh here.
That's right. Kristen, you and I got a chance to play this.
Yes, we did.
And I think it's safe to say that we liked what we played.
So first things first, I'm noticing R1, R2 for your attacks. That's a big change.
Yes, indeed. No more face buttons. I believe that is still an option that you can select as an optional thing, but you're going to see why when you start playing the game. It's a lot more tactile. It's a lot more immersive. And here we have a parry. You still got that classic action from God of War. And I'll say something, you know, this axe, this Leviathan axe.
There it is.
That's rad.
So cool.
Just throwing it back and forth.
And it just recalling it, you can look at that, tripping enemies.
Oh, yeah. So tell me how the actual mechanics of using that axe works. You throw it like a boomerang?
You throw it and you sort of aim at something, you toss it, and if it hits an enemy, it'll freeze them in place.
Okay.
You can use it in puzzles. You can then hit a button. I think it's square. You recall it back in your hand. So right there, you can see he's frozen.
Stuck in that guy's face. Okay.
Now, right now, Kratos, the fisticuffs is very, very fun in this game. It's as much fun, I think, as the axe. What do you think, Kristen?
I loved whenever I would throw the axe and then just start beating up on somebody else. Occasionally, you'll have an enemy where you actually have to use that tactic. It definitely wants you to use everything in your arsenal.
And so you have like completely different movesets depending on whether the axe is in his hands or stuck in an enemy's chest.
Right, you got a shield, like a full-blown shield, a little dab of Dark Souls there. You kind of walk around. Shield comes in handy for this hand-to-hand combat too.
The best defense is good offense, right?
So these are the lighter slashes with the axe. I think it's R1.
Okay.
And it's a little bit reminiscent of the classic games, just with more impact. You can see juggling the enemy, hammering him into the ground.
The guy looks really chunky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very beefy. That was I was talking to Corey Barlog. He's the creative director at Santa Monica. And they wanted this weapon, this Leviathan axe, to have a weight to it. And I say mission accomplished.
Absolutely.
I see like a chain over there to the left that you were watching.
That's cool. Still got those brutal...
they are not toning down the brutality of this game.
That's right. Yeah. So here's that chain, your eagle eye caught there. Now here's a cool example of a puzzle. I remember this one instantly. This axe.
You froze it in place.
Oh, cool.
Clever.
Yeah, it's little things like that. I really like how they come at the puzzle solving in this. I always liked the puzzles in the last games, but it got to be a little bit much with the block pushing and everything. They really opened that up in this game.
Big change. You didn't have to mash that button to open the chest.
That's correct. Hack silver is one of the sort of resources you'll collect.
Is that like a currency, a crafting material? What's that all?
A little bit of all the above.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. Just recall that back.
Yeah.
So cool.
Nothing is more satisfying though when you do it.
You got the big guy here.
Big boy.
Yeah. So, interesting detail here. You can either sort of let Atreus kind of just circle the perimeter, and he'll kind of do his own thing.
Yeah.
Call out enemy positions, things like that. Or you can actually manually direct him with the sun button, which I think is square. You can aim and have him fire directly at whatever you want.
I like how the axe just kind of bounced off of him there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
These trolls are not easy, I can tell you that right now.
But Atreus definitely becomes very helpful. He can distract your enemy for you. He can sort of draw attention so you can just dive right in there.
Yeah.
You have to give them some time to build back those arrows, so they won't always be there. You got to use them.
So you can't just say fire.
Exactly.
Oh, and I see in the bottom right, is that an indication of how many arrows he has available?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
This guy takes some punishment.
Yeah.
The detail on these characters is staggering. Oh, and real quick, if you look at Kratos here, look at his kind of his butt, his thighs. You can see his remnants of his old armor poking out. You see those red straps?
Oh.
See what I mean? Like, there's a ton of details. Look at the wrappings on his arms.
Yeah.
From the chains.
Where the chains were, yeah.
Yeah. It's super cool character design in this. Obviously, he's got the classic red war paint or scar or whatever that is.
Yeah.
different kinds of chests of different animations.
That's one way to open a
Yeah.
chest.
Classic Kratos.
He doesn't have time to open chests.
There's a lot of looting in this game. There's a lot of just kind of items and things. There's reasons to explore sort of the world around you. I was digging into every nook and cranny. I think
Do we know any more about how that all works, like the progression in terms of the currency systems and the economy?
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit more of that later on, but yeah, that is deeper, I think, than you may be anticipating. So stay tuned.
Oh, I got the old instruction manual here.
That's very funny.
Reversible box art.
A little bit of Norse mythology.
How did they get up there? What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon, and then everybody fights?
Atreus the Scholar.
That's right. Yeah, he can read all the sort of runic messages that are scattered around. So
is Kratos able to read that stuff?
He is not.
Oh, I see.
So that's one of the things that's interesting about this game. That's super cool right there. I love that.
Yeah.
Atreus really is, as you can see, he's not, there's like zero maintenance involved. Oh, here's one of these kills. Bam!
Wow.
Satisfying. Yeah, you can, there's actually a stun quality that you can apply to enemies using your fists.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of adds stun damage, and then you can click R3 and do the sort of one-hit takedown, which is really satisfying.
Man, the way that enemies react to hits is so just like
juicy,
so organic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks awesome. I saw something on the side of the screen a moment ago that said new labor. It looked like those are like challenges because I saw that when he shattered that enemy, it said new labor, shatterer. So I assume that then if you go shatter a bunch of enemies.
Exactly. The more enemies that you come into contact with, the more you fill out your bestiary. You'll get labors that are, kill this amount of enemies and you can receive X, Y, and Z, but some of them will do a specific move to take them down. Just giving you a little bit more challenge beyond just the hack and slash.
Look at Atreus there holding that guy down.
Yeah.
And then you can look at that, kicking people into each other.
Yeah.
It's just
Super
seamless.
cool. Yeah.
A tooltip a moment ago, press down on the D-pad to do a quick turn. So that sounds like really like a street of those things up there.
Absolutely. You'll also see in the bottom left, there's a meter towards the bottom that is filling up as Kratos keeps beating people down. That's his, I think, the rage meter?
Spartan Rage,
so
yeah.
that fills up.
Triumphant return.
Some things just don't change, Justin. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, bam! I mean, it's just really crunchy combat. It was the thing that I immediately noticed as soon as I started playing. It was just like, man, that axe feels
If
good.
you pay attention, the camera actually lends to the way that combat feels too. It shakes a little bit when there's an impact.
You get a sense of that impact,
Yeah.
I mean, the Blades of Exile, Blades of Chaos from the last games, I mean, they were really cool weapons, but this one just has this sort of nastiness to it that I really appreciate.
Brutal.
But it'll feel familiar, though, when you're using it. I mean, there's some of the strategies are still kind of, evoked there.
Another new thing, XP. Well, I guess you sort of had, like, there was the progression in the old games, but now we have, like, the standard XP
stats
increasing there, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get a closer look a little later, but yeah.
These aren't moving. Are they dead?
What's
I mean, more dead?
Graphics here are just insane.
I like how they actually even went to the trouble of building in the little hook on the back of his armor for the axe, rather than having it just kind of float in place there.
Yeah, so as the game just helpfully reminded us, there are actually different levels of enemies at your fight. So that was actually a super smart move there, driving that guy off that cliff.
Oh, yeah.
But some of these Draugrs you're fighting here, that's sort of the foot soldiers, the undead foot soldiers, some of them are much tougher than others.
Hold L1, then press R1 to perform a light runic attack. What does that mean?
That is a type of magic. It's something that you can get. You can imbue your attacks with it.
Oh. Was that R3? You click R3
Yeah.
to do that? Nice.
Yeah, and that was my move. I would run in there bare knuckle brawling. I loved it. So
I love
fun.
how the axe can even hit guys on the way. So it's smart to throw the axe at somebody, then kind of line of sight yourself with
Exactly.
another and call it back.
It is much more strategic, the combat in this game. There are going to be, look at that. That was a perfect example of recalling the axe, hitting two guys in one go. But look at this. I mean, this is not a kinder, gentler Kratos, but it is a little bit of a more strategic Kratos, and that's something I really appreciated as I played this. Oh, yeah.
Man, this looks so good.
Yeah.
Did he just like charge up throwing that axe?
Yep.
Is that what that is? Nice.
I didn't even know he could do that, but yeah, this is a really good looking game.
Oh, there's some loot on the ground. You missed it. Pick it up. Pick up the shiny stuff.
Fire only once. Show me control.
So this relationship between Kratos and Atreus is like a foundation of this game.
Yeah.
And you really pick up on it within minutes of playing it. You immediately are captivated by the relationship they've got.
Wow.
Slowing things down a little bit here. There's your loot. Those green items are health.
Okay.
So that's treated a little bit differently. You don't have to open chests every time now to get
This
more.
used to be a marketplace. The giants used to gather here to trade with the gods a long time ago. I wonder if Odin was ever here.
I love the Norse mythology just kind of winds its way around everything. It's
Exactly. It feels natural.
Yeah. You're kind of unraveling it, and it's obviously a unique sort of interpretation.
Do you know anything about how closely they kind of stuck to the original mythology, or how many liberties they took?
I think so that's the thing about Norse mythology is it's super open to interpretation. There's different names, different characters. There's a lot of different interpretations of it. So, when I talked to Corey about that, he explained that they really wanted to kind of make their own mark on it and kind of do their own version of it. So we don't know how far it goes just yet because we're just getting an early look at the game.
Wow.
But I guess you're just gonna have to play it when it comes out, Justin.
April 20th. Only on PlayStation 4.
These are heavy joggers.
Yeah.
These guys are serious business. I was really struggling with them. Look, there's a great parry. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that was
Awesome.
great. Oh, shatter that guy. Okay, yeah.
So good. I was really excited for this game, but when I played it, I was like, get out of the way.
Oh, what's happening here? What was that?
Boom.
Is that like a perfect parry kind of
A
thing?
little bit of runic magic, I believe.
Oh, cool. I see you can press L3 and R3 together to do something.
That's Spartan Rage. Yeah, that's a real interesting take on that one too. Boom.
Oh, I see they have like a little snowflake meter above their health bar as you're hitting them with that axe. I assume that when that fills up, that's when they freeze.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like stepping on a little health crystal.
It's so cool to finally see this game in action. We've seen so many awesome-looking trailers. The game has looked so impressive ever since we revealed it a couple years ago. Just seeing it being played now just is so encouraging. And man, it looks like they just nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, that was my take on it. Like, I just sort of fell in love instantly.
What's happening?
This is an
here?
interesting part.
Yeah.
Sid, be quiet.
It's the Revenant.
That's the Revenant. So
Whoa!
she's a little too quick for Kratos. Like, that's the thing.
Oh.
See?
But maybe Atreus can stun her with a strategic arrow.
Boom, right
Boom.
there.
Nice.
So it's battles like this that really show you how integral Atreus is. He's not just a companion. He is absolutely a part of the fight.
That's awesome.
So he's going for the stun damage right there. He got it.
R3, do it. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
There's the
Okay.
brutal
Yeah.
Kratos
Oh.
we all know.
Yeah, if anybody was worried that Kratos was going to be getting a little kinder in his old age, then
I expect an improvement.
This fun little character. What's this guy's name?
Brock.
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 B-R-O-K, Brock.
Little blue guy.
So, where's the other half of the brand?
All my dumb brothers got it. But I got all the talent.
This guy cracked me up.
Yeah, this I didn't know what to make of this character, but
Is he like a blacksmith?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here you go. Just getting to the deep dive stuff here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's juicy.
Here's the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything else looks fun. I'm a nerd for like upgrade trees and progression stuff and all that.
This game is going to speak to you, my friend.
Yeah, there was a lot more going on here than I was expecting, to be totally honest.
See, this is what I was interested in.
Yeah.
God of fashion.
Be too careful now.
God of fashion. Another quick look. If you look down his lower torso, you see that classic armor poking out from beneath.
Now, but our friends
sneaky.
who were hiding in the trees are back for more. Go on, give that axe a twirl.
Got that upgraded Leviathan axe here, and you're going to see this thing is way more potent now.
Wait, are you just fighting this thing right in front of Brock?
Yeah.
As you do. So satisfying.
That parry is so nice.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, got the air juggles going.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
Big
that.
time. Big
Nice.
time. So again, there's going to be some things veterans are going to recognize, and that's one of them. Oh, I love
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
I love this little move.
Oh, I
there.
was just going to ask what was going on with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of environment interaction, kicking guys on the walls. You're clever. You can kind of, drop pots on their head, things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And a lush natural environment for you.
The environment work here is just
Yeah.
stunning.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
Really, really pretty game.
Even just from it going between cutscenes back into combat, back into gameplay, it's seamless, honestly.
Are the cutscenes all like rendered like with the kind of in engine, or do they do the cut like the pre-rendered stuff like in previous games?
Well, no, it's this game has that whole philosophy around like no camera cuts. It's like one,
okay.
it's just one cut from beginning to end. So
Nice.
you just go right through the entire game. It doesn't break away to say like, oh, check out what's going on over here. You're just with Kratos and Atreus for the entire experience. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
cool.
It's very intimate. It was something that actually they settled on really early in development. So.
Boy, over here.
Boy.
Interesting. I may want to write that down.
Tell us more.
So that's a fresh new look at God of War. It's coming out April 20th on PS4. What'd you guys think? Real quick.
Oh man, it looks incredible. I can't wait.
I'm just constantly blown away by it.
Here.
So we
What
do
does it say?
have actually a lot more
Learning
coming, so
civilized
stay with
freedom.
us, but we've got a lot more.
PlayStation